You watch the videos, you build the productivity systems, you even find an accountability partner. Yet, despite having every tool available, doing the hard work still feels like a brutal punishment. The problem hides in the framework itself. We've trained our brains to view discipline as a disconnected checklist of isolated tasks to simply endure and cross off. Look at an early alarm or a tough workout through that lens. Every required action feels like a theft. Comfort is taken, sleep is taken, ease erased from your day. When discipline is mathematically structured as a sequence of subtractions, the human brain will naturally rebel against the ongoing penalty. This visual scale represents your brain's internal ledger. It constantly calculates the immediate cost of an action against the expected return. Modern task-oriented lives demand a steep, immediate biological toll, while leaving the return side, the psychological reward, completely empty. The human brain is biologically wired to avoid pain. Subjecting it to continuous, uncompensated losses eventually forces a shutdown. Yet a rare minority doesn't just tolerate the friction of hard work. They actively seek it out and genuinely enjoy it. Our collective struggle with discipline stems from a specific accounting error in how we measure the return on our effort. In 384 BC, civilization was built on intellectual debate, where the very nature of existence was the primary subject of study. Aristotle entered this world surrounded by medicine and science. His upbringing trained him to ignore surface-level symptoms and hunt for root causes. He challenged the greatest philosophical mind alive for 20 years, refusing to act as a passive student under Plato. He applied this rigorous ambition practically, shaping the mind of the young Alexander the Great. Throughout his life, he obsessed over one question: why do a few men experience genuine joy in the face of voluntary suffering, while everyone else just quits? Aristotle recognized that discipline was fundamentally a cognitive framing issue. His diagnosis was precise. Humans suffer because they disconnect the hard action from the identity of the person that action is building. He called this eudaimonia. It is the specific experience of becoming your ideal self, a state distinct from fleeting happiness. To apply this, force the brain to stop asking, "Do I want to do this?" and instead ask, "Who does this make me?" This illustrates the penalty of avoidance. Skipping a necessary task creates immediate psychological discomfort as you move away from your ideal identity. Eudaimonia overrides the internal ledger. The pain of stagnation is worse than physical friction, and action instantly reverses the gap. To put this in reality, a 17-year-old creator returns from a grueling warehouse job, drained and completely devoid of willpower. Facing a laptop, raw willpower fails. The brain focuses entirely on the overwhelming cost of lost rest and comfort. Then he applies Aristotle's method, asking the specific question of who opening the laptop makes him. The realization provides immediate clarity. Taking the action builds the identity of someone who shows up when it's hard, generating a massive return. This identity framework makes the physical cost feel insignificant compared to the psychological reward of progress. This is a shift toward choosing a desired identity over the comfort of staying the same. Measurable progress toward an ideal self triggers one of the most potent, enjoyable neurochemical experiences the human brain can produce. Look at this comparison. Task-oriented discipline drops you into a void, while identity-oriented discipline fuels an upward compounding curve. Discipline functions as a chosen investment in yourself, replacing the old perception of a